DeSoto and the DeSoto Plymouth dealers, coast to coast, present Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life.
Groucho sent me to see the new DeSoto.
Groucho sent me, and I love to drive this car. It's long and low and roomy, you're so handsome you can see.
It's powerful, and I'm so glad that Groucho sent me. Listen to him when you hear Groucho say,
Go drive the new DeSoto at DeSoto Plymouth dealers today. Well, here I am tonight with $1,500 for one of our couples. And if any of them say the secret word, the duck will fly down and pay him $101. That's true. We've been obliged to make a substantial increase in the amount of the secret word. We have to recognize that there are other shows in television now that are giving away much more substantial sums, and we decided that the only way we could fight fire was with fire, so we've raised the secret word from the customary $100 to $101. Okay, now. All right, on your way, beat it.
Well, Groucho, just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected Mr. William Weber to be on the show. Mm-hmm. And his partner is a special guest.
Mrs. Heilbronner?
Hmm?
Mrs. Heilbronner, or Weber and Heilbronner, is this?
I have no idea.
You rarely do, George.
I wanted to tell you about this young lady that I invited to the show merely because she happens to be a friend of mine.
You have a friend?
Yes, her name is Miss Claudia Morimoto.
Oh, is
and
that
I'd like
so?
Mr. Weber and Miss Morimoto to come in right now, please. Right now.
Well, welcome to You Bet Your Life. Say the secret word and you'll divide $101. It's a common word, something you find around the house. Claudia Morimoto, eh? And you're a friend of Fenneman's? How old are you, Claudia?
7.
7, eh? Well, you're a right cute-looking girl, huh? You seem like such a bright little girl, Claudia. How is it you're a friend of Fenneman's? Where did you know George? Are you in the same grade at school?
No, I met him on the airplane, and...
Were you the hostess?
No. I saw him, and then, I didn't know if it was really him, and it was him. And so I was talking to him, and then my daddy came, so I had to go to the back for refreshments, and then...
You had to go back for refreshments?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And then
Well, how did you meet Mr. Fenneman?
I was
did you
talking
pull
to
his
him.
coat when he went past or something?
No, I just walked by, and then I saw him.
Oh. Well, what do you think of him, Mr. Fenneman? Is he pretty funny?
Yes, I think he's funny.
Would you say he's funnier than I am?
No, I think you're funnier than all.
I'm glad you said that, Claudia. Mr. Fenneman is glad you said that, too. You know, it isn't easy to find work in the middle of the season. These jobs don't grow on trees, you know, unless you're a gorilla. You know? Do you think Mr. Fenneman is handsome?
Yes, I think he's handsome.
You do, huh? You think he's handsomer than I am?
Yes.
Well, you can't have everything, I guess. Beauty and talent, I guess, is just too much to ask. Huh? You know, I have a little girl about your age, Melinda. She's 9. And I know how she spends her day. Now tell me, how do you spend your day? What do you like to do best of all?
Well, I read some books and...
Wait a minute. You said the secret word, so you and your friend here each get it's $50.50 for you, and his $50.50 for you.
Thank you.
Now, arrivederci. And you're Bill Weber?
Yes, sir.
How did you get on the show? Who are you a friend of?
Nobody.
Come now, you must have some friends. What sort of work do you do?
Well, I'm a buyer in the office of the purchasing agent of the city of Los Angeles.
Well, that sounds like a pretty imposing job. Just what do you purchase?
Well, everything from soup to nuts.
Well, you've been overbuying, I think. There's one thing this town doesn't need, it's more nuts. I think we have enough even for Nevada. Well, I presume you buy stationery for the city and mucilage and water coolers and things like that, but what are some of the unusual things you buy? Could you give us an example?
Well, recently we bought an elephant and some ladybugs for the park department.
Ladybugs and an elephant? Didn't you buy any gentleman bugs for the ladybugs?
Well, actually...
It seems like a pretty cruel thing to do, doesn't it?
All ladybugs aren't ladies. Some of them are men bugs, too.
How much did you pay for the ladybugs?
Oh, they're about 10 for a penny.
Well, that's cheap enough for ladybugs, isn't it? Makes an ideal gift for the man who has everything. Well, I'd like to go on talking to you two, but it's time to play You Bet Your Life. You don't want to sing us a little Japanese song before we go into the game, huh? No? Okay. Well, then we play the game. Claudia, you're pretty young to take part in our quiz. Is your mother in the audience?
Yes, she's right over there.
Where is she?
Over there.
Mrs. Morimoto, would you come up here, please? Mrs. Morimoto, would you mind standing in for Claudia in our quiz?
I'd be glad to.
All right. Well, Claudia and Mr. Weber, you selected small towns and cities of the USA. I'm going to list 6 cities and towns all in the same state, and you tell me in what state they're located. And remember, the more the question is worth, the harder it is. Now, you can start with 10, 20, 50, 80, 100. What do you want to start with?
We'll go for 100 now.
100. Here are the towns and cities. Elk Point, Lake Andes, Deadwood, Mound City, and Aberdeen. What state are they in?
South Dakota.
That's right. South Dakota is right.
On your way, you have $200.
That's a pretty tough question. Now what are you going to go for?
90.
$90? All right. Double Springs, Phoenix City, Wetumpka, Muscle Shoals, and Grove Hill. Double Springs, Phoenix City, Wetumpka, Muscle Shoals, and Grove Hill.
Tennessee.
No, you were close. It's Alabama. Okay?
You lost half your $200. You still have $100.
All right. Now what are you going to try?
80.
80? Here are the towns and cities. Skowhegan, Wiscasset, South Paris, Bangor, and Millinocket. What is the state?
What's the next to last one?
Bangor. B-A-N-G-O-R.
That'd be Maine. Maine.
That's right. That's Maine is right.
You now have $180.
You're going to go for 70? You've got a pretty sharp partner there. Here are the towns and cities. Ladysmith, Green Bay, Baraboo, Rhinelander, Friendship, and Washburn.
Wisconsin.
On Wisconsin is right.
And you wind up with $250.
Claudia, don't I get a kiss?
Okay.
Right here, huh? Attaboy. I'll get you later, Mrs. Morimoto. Well, thanks and good luck from the DeSoto Plymouth dealers.
The time has come, it's very clear. The car you've wanted is really here. It's delightful, it's lovely, it's DeSoto. You'll understand the reasons why. For once you drive it, you'll want to buy. It's delightful, it's lovely, it's DeSoto. You can tell at a glance that this swell car is far in advance. You can hear that great big engine murmuring low. There to go. So make sure you see and drive the new DeSoto. I'm man alive. It's delightful. It's lovely. It's delirious. It's the living and it's the latest. It's the limit. It's deluxe. It's DeSoto.
Tomorrow at your DeSoto dealers, see and drive the delightful, lovely DeSoto for 1956.
Groucho, Miss Roberta Carroll and Mr. Raphael Brandeis are waiting to talk to you, so folks, would you come in, please, and meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome for the DeSoto Plymouth dealer. Say the secret word and divide $101. It's a common word. It's a common word, something you find around the house. Roberta Carroll and Raphael Brandeis. Roberta, are you married?
No, I'm not.
Now you're talking. In that case, let's find out all we can about you. Are you engaged?
No.
Age?
21.
Height?
5'8".
Eyes?
Green.
Hair?
Brown.
Health?
Very good.
Legs?
2.
That's right, 2. Where are you from, Roberta?
Well, I was born in Long Beach and then moved to West Hollywood, and I live in North Hollywood now.
Mm-hmm. You're Ralph Brandeis?
Raphael.
Oh, Raphael, yeah. Are you any relation to the former Supreme Court Justice?
No, I wish I were. He's spelled the name Brandeis, and there's no I in mine.
Well, you see, you jumped at conclusions. I wasn't referring to him. Are you any relation to that other Supreme Court Justice, William Howard Taft?
There again, I'm missing.
Oh. Where are you from, Raphael?
Originally in New York City, where I got my education, a little war stint, Columbia University, and NYU, where I...
Oh. You must have been there around the time of Rodgers and Hart and Oscar Hammerstein and...
Same time.
What did you study there? Anything in particular, or you just...
No, I became a lawyer and practiced for 16 years in New York.
Well, are you married, Raphael?
Yes, 31 and a half years.
31 years of marriage, and you can't be much of a lawyer then, huh? Seems to me in 31 years you could have found some kind of a loophole. Roberta, that's pretty formal. What do your friends call you?
Robbie.
Robbie? Do you have a job, Robbie?
No, I'm a student at USC.
Oh, you're still going to school, huh?
Yes. Senior.
Yeah, well, I was cum laude there, you know, huh? In fact, I was so loudy they asked me not to cum back. Do you live on the campus or do you live at home?
I live on the campus in a sorority house.
Oh. You like living in a sorority house?
Very much. It's a wonderful place to live.
I'd like to try it sometime. What are some of the important rules that you girls break around your house?
Well, the university has set up a curfew, of course. And this means that the girls have to be in at 10:15 Monday through Thursday, Friday night and Saturday night at 2, and Sunday night at 12.
2 in the morning?
2 in the morning.
You're allowed to stay out until 2 in the morning?
Yes, those are date nights, you see, parties and that sort of thing. And Panhellenic has set up a ruling that alters this plan. If the girl has a scholarship rating of over a B average or an 85, which is about the same thing.
Some of the girls are 85, you say?
Now, if they have an average of over 85 or a B average, then they can stay out until 12
The average girl
o'clock.
I go out with is about 85. If they have an average of 85, they stay out till midnight?
They can stay out until midnight, Monday through Friday.
Until Tuesday, until 2 o'clock in the morning.
This is Monday through Thursday. They can stay out till 12 if they have over a B average.
Well, if anybody's going to keep it till midnight, she also needs a perfect 36, 24, 36 average, doesn't she? Well, you're a nice couple, and you have a lot in common, and my advice is get married right away. Now, let's play You Bet Your Life. Remember, to start you off with $100. Miss a question, and you lose half your bankroll. Is that clear?
In the race for the $1,500, the first couple won $250, and the secret word is book.
Now, you selected the musical category. These are all top tunes of the last 20 years. Remember, the more the question is worth, the harder it is. Now, what do you want to start with? 10, 50, up to 100?
90.
$90. All right. Jerome Kine, Dorothy Fields, and Jimmy McHugh collaborated on this song that was featured in the show Roberta. You tell me the title of it. Okay, Jack. What is it? What's the name of it?
I don't know.
It's from Roberta. What is the title? You should have known. Looking at her, you should have known the title. It's lovely to look at.
Lovely to look at.
Oh.
Well, you still have $50.
All right, now you still got a long ways to go. What are you going to try this time? 80, 70, 60, 10?
80.
Be fine.
All right, $80. This song is from a big Broadway musical. Let's see if you can identify it. Play, Jack. What is it?
Whatever Lola wants.
That's right. Whatever Lola wants, I don't get.
You now have $130.
Now, what are you going to try for? Things are picking up.
You can have 100 if you like.
100?
You
All
have
right, we'll try the 100.
This song was written by Rodgers and Hammerstein, and it's from the picture State Fair. What is the name of it? Okay, Jack. What is it?
A grand night for singing.
That's right. I just wanted to see if they could play it, that's all.
And you now have $230.
You're climbing, and it's your last chance to beat the other couples. Now, do you want to go to another plateau?
Well, there better be a pleasure.
Next week.
Okay.
Robbie, it'd be a pleasure.
What are you going to go for? 70, you haven't had. 60, 50.
A 70?
All right, Roberta.
70, Mac Gordon and Harry Warren wrote this song for the picture Hello, Frisco, Hello. Give me the title of it.
Yes, I never knew.
He said, I never knew.
What is the answer?
I think I never
I
knew.
never knew.
Da-da-dee, da-da-dee.
I never knew, sir. All right.
My heart.
Well, you're awfully close, but they won't give it to you. It's You'll Never Know.
Never knew.
You were flirting with it.
Well, you wound up with half the $230. You wind up with $115.
Well, thanks and good luck from the DeSoto Plymouth dealers.
Thank
Sorry
you,
you didn't win
Groucho.
more, huh?
Well, Groucho, we have a couple of men waiting to talk to you now.
Oh, how dull.
They're Mr. Percy Meek and Mr. Emmert Ashford.
What a bore.
Gentlemen, will you come in, please, and meet Groucho Marx? I'm sure you'll get along.
Welcome to the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. Say the secret word and divide $100. $101. It's a common word, something you find around the house. Emmett Ashford, eh? We're glad to see you, Emmett.
How do you do, Groucho?
How do you do? For the benefit of the people who don't know, Emmett's one of the most respected and capable umpires in the Pacific Coast League. Emmett, I understand you may go up to the majors next year. Is there any truth to this rumor?
Well, gosh, Groucho, there have been rumors, but and quite a lot of smoke, but I haven't heard anything definite, and of course it's my ambition like everybody else. Oh,
I've seen you umpiring a lot of games this year, Emmett. Are you aware of that?
Yes, and I've seen you, too.
Now, that's ridiculous. How could you possibly see me clear up in the grandstand when you can't even see a strike 6 inches from your nose?
Well, by Jove, I heard you on several occasions.
I'm only kidding, Emmett. You're one of the best umpires in baseball. I'd say you don't miss more than 5 out of 6. How old are you, Em?
39.
39, huh? Are you married?
No, I'm a bachelor.
Oh. Well, don't be too smug now, Emmett. Even an umpire can strike out on some fast curves.
No.
Emmett, you just dust off your plate for a minute. I want to talk to your partner over here. By the way, why do you always turn your back towards the outfield when you're dusting off the plate? Is that for reasons of safety?
It can be dangerous, I have found out, though, as someone should inadvertently advise the pitcher to
Toss
pitch
one up.
now.
Has it ever happened to you, huh?
No, thank heavens.
And your name is Percy Meek?
That's right.
I've heard a lot about you, Mr. Meek. Aren't you going to come into a lot of real estate one of these days?
Not that I know of.
Well, that's strange. I've always heard that the Meeks shall inherit the age.
I think that's a misquotation.
Well, Percy, judging from that cowboy outfit you're wearing, I'd say you were an insurance salesman. Am I correct?
No, sir.
Well,
No.
Are you a cowboy?
Yes, sir.
Well, which kind? Drugstore, television, or real?
Oh, I guess you'd call me real cowboy.
Real cowboy. You mean you've actually seen a cow?
Right.
Where are you from, Percy? Paramount or Republic Studios?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma Studios? Is that in town here?
Well, I didn't see any studios there.
Have you ever been on a horse?
Oh, a few times.
Well, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be heading him off at the pass?
No, hardly.
Yeah? What kind of work do you do, Percy? Are you still punching cows?
Sometimes.
Now, why do you punch the cows? Do they ever punch back?
Well, not so far they haven't.
Huh?
Not so far.
Why do they call it punching cows? Do you know?
No?
No. You're really a bag of information, huh? Well, tell me, Percy, as a real blown-in-the-bottle cowboy, what do you think of the cowboy movies on television? You know, like Hoot Gibson and Tom Mix and Bill Hart and Cowboy Bronco Billy Anderson.
Oh, I guess they're all right, but I never can understand why they don't run out of ammunition. They can shoot 15 or 20 times without reloading. Then when they get
reloaded, but this is after the picture is over.
Could be. Yeah. And I never can understand why they ride away and leave the girl. They never did that way when I was a boy.
Well, some of them are married, you know.
Well, that could be.
Emmett, one of the reasons the crowd always likes to watch you working a game is because, in addition to being a good umpire, you put on quite a show. Now, why are you so dramatic? I saw you down in Phoenix, you know, when DeRocha was down there with the Giants against Cleveland last year.
Well,
you were pretty fancy down there. You were doing some pretty fancy sweeps there.
Well, I've asked that question quite a lot of times, Groucho, but all I can answer is that it's just the way I feel within myself. A man is either out or safe, and there's no in-between, and the more emphatic you make it, the better off it is for everyone concerned.
There's never any doubt in your mind about a decision, huh?
Not in mine.
No. Well, let's see you in action. Let's say you're behind the plate and I'm the manager of the home team. Now, Percy, you go sit in the bleachers, huh? Now, Emmett, pretend it's the last of the ninth inning. Score is tied and a runner tries for home. Okay, here comes the throw. He's sliding. Now, what is it, Emmett? Out, you robber. To begin with, the catcher dropped the ball. Emmett, that was as miserable a decision as I've ever seen. Now, if you want to win some money in the quiz, you better take another look. Okay, here comes the runner. Now, there's the throw. What is it, Emmett?
Hey!
See, you have to know how to handle an umpire. You have to be just as crooked as they are. Emmett, put it there. If the majors don't grab you next season, the police will. I predict you're going to be in the big leagues inside of another year. You'll be a sensation up there, too.
Thank you, Groucho.
Enough about baseball and cowboys. Let's get down to some serious business and play You Bet Your Life.
In the race for the $1,500, the first couple still leads with $250.
Now, one answer between you on everything. You selected sports. Why, Emmett, you dirty crook. I thought you were going to take something like fan dancing, isn't it? Remember, the more the question's worth, the harder it is. Now, what do you want to start with? 10, 20, 50, or 100?
100.
100. What do you call the system of betting where all bets are recorded and the odds are determined by the amount wagered by the bettors?
Pari-mutuel.
Pari-mutuel is right.
You now have $200.
Pari-mutuel. Used to be Pari-como. Now, what are you going to go for now?
Well, you might as well
90?
90.
$90. Now, Bob Richards was the 1952 Olympic champion in what track event?
Pole vault.
You don't care anything about him. Pole vaulting is right, huh?
You now have $290.
Why don't you stick your horn in there, cowboy? All right, what are you going to go for, 80?
80.
80. In golf, what do you call the score for a hole played in 2 under par?
2 under par.
Yeah. No, it's an eagle.
I was going to say birdie, but I knew it wasn't a birdie.
You now have $145.
All right, now don't get discouraged. You still got a way to go. You want to go for 70?
Right.
All right, floaters, sinkers, and knucklers are terms in what sport?
Baseball.
Baseball pitchers is absolutely right.
And you wind up with $215. That means that Claudio Morimoto and Mr. Weber, with $250 in just 1 minute, get the chance at the $1,500 question. And now, Groucho, our next guest is a powerful one.
The new 1956 DeSoto. And when I say powerful,
I mean powerful. The tremendous new DeSoto Fireflight engine has 255 horsepower. That's right, 255 horsepower. Under this beautiful hood is a tremendous new V8 engine. It's bigger, and it's a new high-compression engine. It also has a new and far superior 12-volt electrical system for higher ignition and much greater performance. Well, what do all these technical details mean to you? Well, they mean that your beautiful new DeSoto will breeze over the steepest hills. Start off like a champion sprinter. And give you terrific new acceleration in every driving range, particularly in the passing range, so vitally important for safe driving in modern traffic. In addition, the new DeSoto also has brand new braking power, an entirely new kind of brake that works far better, a bigger brake with more reserve power and longer wear. That means safer driving for you. Tomorrow, see and drive the car that brings new power, new performance, new safety, and new beauty to the medium price field. The car that's delightful to drive, de-lovely to see, the delightful, de-lovely DeSoto for 1956. And here are Claudia Morimoto and Mr. Weber and Claudia's mother, the winning trio, all set for the $1,500 question. Get right in here. Yeah.
All right, here we go for $1,500. I'll give you 15 seconds to decide on a single answer between you think carefully, and please no help from the audience. A song by John Howard Payne, featured in the opera Clary, the Maid of Milan, is known the world over. For $1,500, what is the name of this well-known song? One of the most famous songs in the whole world. The name of the composer is John Howard Payne, P-A-Y-N-E. What is the answer you two have decided upon? If you don't know, guess. Take a guess. You should know it. You should know it. It's Home Sweet Home. Well, I'm sorry. So that means the big question next week will be worth $2,000. Well, they lost the big money. How much did they win in the quiz, George?
They won $250 in the quiz.
Well, congratulations, and thanks to all of you and to all of our contestants on the show tonight. Friends, go in and see a DeSoto Plymouth dealer tomorrow. And when you do, tell them Groucho sent you.
Be sure to tune in again next week, same time, same station, for Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life. Don't miss Chrysler Corporation's big television show on another network. And don't forget to listen to Groucho on radio every Wednesday. Brought to you by the DeSoto Plymouth Dealers of America. This is George Fenneman signing off with a reminder from the National Safety Council. Do not go around a bus or streetcar, front or rear, after alighting from it. Wait until it leaves before crossing the street.
NBC Television.